Dick. Coach, that's no problem. We approve of bullying on this channel. Just look up my Mortal Kombat history. Don't forget the new DLC drops soon. No, it's going to be the Chaos storyline with Cyrax, Sector, Noob, Cybot. Yeah, we won't know the ones for Ghostface and all that till probably after. And hello there, dear viewers. We're actually starting early for the first time in this Histories program of picks. It is the DRUG here once again, and we're here for NFL Week 2 of the NFL season and College Football Week number 3. But before we get going, I have two people to introduce tonight. Now, of course, Travis cannot be here tonight. He's got some issues he's dealing with, so hopefully we'll have him back next week, our fellow lovable Green Bay Packer fan. I think he might still be recovering from Jordan Love getting hurt. But we do have everyone's favorite Atlanta Falcons fan, who I think is wearing a t-shirt that says, "Fuck you, Kirk Cousins." It is Tasik. I know you're happy Tennessee won, though. That was your favorite thing. And, of course, we have everyone's favorite 49er fan who's happy the Niners won, but is sad that his Michigan Wolverines were embarrassed. It is Dave. And then of course, you have me, the DRUG, who's happy his Cowboys won, but Notre Dame, I want to fire our quarterback, send him back to Duke, get somebody else from the transfer portal next year, for the love of God. Because that was embarrassing. But let's go over last week real quick before we head into this week. As far as for college, in our pick show last week, BYU beat SMU, Texas beat Michigan, Iowa State beat Iowa, Tennessee handled their business with the Wolfpack, Oregon made a comeback against Boise State, and then Oregon State dominated their matchup against San Diego State. So I personally went 3-3 for this past week in college, and I'm 10-10 for the season. Dave, how did you do in college this past week? Ouch! Woo-wee! And then, of course, Tasik, how did you do? Fair enough, fair enough. Tag some people in. Alright. We'll have to make sure you keep an eye on your college one for next time. And Boston just tied it. No problem. As far as for the NFL last week, the Chiefs beat the Ravens thanks to somebody having big feet. The Eagles won their game against the Packers in a not-so-good field. Cardinals looked like they were going to beat the Bears, and then the Cardinals will do what Paris Hilton does best and choke. Says, well, welcome to the party. Chat party in the bottom, anyway. Pats upset and shocked the world, beating the Bengals. Granted, Bengals usually don't show up in week 1. Vikings embarrassed the Giants. The Bears win thanks to those special teams because the Titans, well, played stupid at the end. The Saints pretty much... What you... yeah, well, I was going to mention that after the, Shid says, what up? We're going to talk about the jersey in a little bit, so you jumped the gun there, buddy boy. That's alright. Saints pretty much beat a high school football team in the Panthers. Falcons, you know, they played offensively a better game than the Steelers, but Steelers had the MVP of the week and their kicker and their defense beating the Falcons. Dolphins made a comeback after going directly to jail, beating the Jaguars. What do you say for Bills and Dolphins? We're getting into that. All the rookie QBs look like dog water. I'm not surprised. Texans beat the Colts in a good matchup. Chargers ran up and down the field on the Raiders. Seahawks and Broncos. Seahawks won. We're going to get back to that game in a minute. Bucks and Baker Mayfield looked awesome as they beat the Redskins, Commanders, Washington, team with no name, whatever you want to call them. Cowboys beat the Browns, which kind of shocked a lot of people on ESPN since everybody had Cleveland winning. Lions beat the Rams in a good Sunday night week 1, and then the 49ers handled their business with the Jets. Daniel Daniels is amazing low-key and put up 28 in fantasy. So, as far as for the standings going into this after week 1, because I want to get that out there first for the NFL this week. Got to wait for my text thing to come up because my thing is stupid. So here are the standings. Travis is in first place at 12-4. Then me and Tasik are tied for second at 11-5. Corey is right behind us at 10-6. Rosie's at 9-7, and Dave is at 8-8. So Dave currently is in dead last. Now let's get to the first thing before I get out. We talk about the 3 awards I have for this week. You mentioned it not too long ago, Dave. The Giants jerseys. Oh my God in heaven! I know they were celebrating the 100-year thing, and all that, but I thought it was a hockey team for a little bit, not an NFL team, because it made me think they were the Montreal Canadiens. Tasik, did you see those uniforms by any chance?
Which uniforms are we talking about?
The New York Giants ones from week 1.
Yeah, they looked like they let some Make-A-Wish kid.
Make-A-Wish kid, damn. Alright, so now we got that fun part of hello, the Giants look like schoolboys, Shred says. I like it. Now, we got 3 awards to hand out this week. Worst team of week 1, most disappointing team of week 1. There's a difference between disappointment and worse. And the game that I am officially calling for week 1, the game that was on crack cocaine. So let's get to the first 2. Worst team of week 1, Carolina Panthers. That game was over at halftime. The Saints could have put in their third string and still got 47 points. And I'm going to say this with Carolina. Their ticket prices for their next game, which I believe is at home. Yeah, it's at home against the Chargers. Tickets are going for $1.30. I think beer costs more than that. And I'm just going to say this. If the Panthers do lose this weekend, I think the Panthers need to talk to the government to get federal assistance. Because if they let a team get that many points again, they could go winless Browns and Lions, but I'm looking at the Panthers. I don't see them winning a game, so they're my most disappointing team of week 1. Tasik, what about you? Most disappointing team of worst team of week 1. My mistake. Worst team of week 1.
Falcons.
All right, Falcons. Fair enough. I kind of have a feeling I know why. Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
And Dave, what about you? Worst team of week 1? Panthers need to rebuild. I agree with that. Rosie, I'm not saying that because we don't promote that guy on this channel. Now, as far as for most disappointing team of week 1, this is a team that you could pick that either won or not, but you were disappointed with them because of the fact of even if they won, it didn't look good, or they were a team that should have won but did not show up. My vote is for the Cincinnati Bengals. I do tip my hat to the Patriots on winning the game, but I think a lot of people were surprised because Bengals were favored by, I think, 8.5 points in that game. And they really looked dead out of the water. They really like they didn't show up at all. So Bengals try to turn it around this week. You do not have an easy matchup, unfortunately, if you're the Bengals. Because just as a heads up, the Bengals play the Chiefs this week. So, good luck on that one, Cincinnati. Dave, who was your most disappointing team of week 1? I thought you were gonna. It was tied and the. Oh wow! Steelers offensively didn't play good, but everything else did. Dave, check your thing, because Rosie says she can't hear you. Yeah, so check to see if you have your thing shared. Corey says both Ohio teams' Watson career is done. David Nicole injured and Jordan Love. We do know that, Shred. And Devin Rosie said can't hear Dave. So hopefully you can hear Dave now. Tazik, most disappointing team of week 1.
I don't really have an opinion on this.
Fair enough. You don't have to have one. I'm not gonna. Rosie will let us know if you can be heard, because she's watching the stream like everyone else. So, there's an echo. No problem. Now, to the game that I want to give this award. Now, you guys, if you think there's a different game that deserves this, the Game Was on Crack Cocaine Award. Seahawks and Broncos. I want to know, Rosie said no. I want to know how you can, on defense, get 4 points. Remember, the Broncos defense got 2 safeties recorded. Normally you should win a game, but Bo Nix played terrible. So yeah, that game felt like it was on drugs. I watched the highlights of that game Monday, and I was just amazed. I'm like, what is going on? But it's either neither or there. Anybody got their opinion for week 1's game on crack? Shred said, yeah, Shred said improving. Julius Smith, not bad. Yep. Corey says Arizona losing after having 17-point lead at half. And Tasik, what about you?
Crackhead game. What do you consider crackhead? Just off the wall?
All right.
Are you talking about like off the wall game?
Yeah, it can be anything. It can be a game that you thought was weird, or made you feel like you take drugs.
The fact that the New York Jets actually gave the 49ers a decent little game.
Okay. I can respect that. So now that that's out of the way, the recap. Jordan Love's injured. We don't know if he's playing or not, so keep that in mind when you're making your picks.
All right, copy.
We,
Hear me now?
hopefully, if not, we'll have to fix your shit. Mike Evans owns everything. Washington DB. Both New York teams suck. We got the Bills, Rosie. So let's get to college though.
Hello?
That's out of the way. The recap.
Hello?
Jordan's injured. We don't know if he's playing or not, so keep that in mind.
I hear myself. Echo.
All right, good. Let's get to college real quick.
Technically, New York, the Giants and the Jets not in New York, because that's how New York is. We only consider the Buffalo Bills.
Rosie says yes, but Echo and Jets and Giants. Well, before we get to the NFL picks, like I said, we got college. Game 1, which is on Friday. Kansas State and Arizona.
Oh, that should be good.
I'm taking Kansas State here. I will be watching the game. If anybody wants me in their chat party calling the game for them, let me know. But I got Kansas State on that one. Dave?
I got Arizona.
Arizona. And what about you, Tasik?
I'm going to Arizona.
And Corey's going with Arizona as well. Oh, I hear dogs. Apparently they're not happy. Up next, these are all on Saturday. Oregon versus Oregon State. By the way, when I messaged to Travis, Dave, and Tasic, I kind of said 4 of these games would be in-state rivalries. You'll see why. But we have Oregon and Oregon State. I got the Ducks, but not by much. But give me the Ducks. Quack, quack.
Oregon Ducks is the Oregon, right?
Yep, Oregon Ducks is Oregon.
I got Oregon Ducks.
That's 2 for Oregon. Shred and Corey are taking Oregon State. Tasic, what about you?
I gotta go with the Beavers.
Oh, wow. Beavers is an upset. All right, up next, and this is the game I'm worried about because it's my team, unfortunately. Notre Dame against Purdue. I'm worried with this one because Purdue is known for getting upsets. They always get one once a year on somebody that we're not expecting them to beat, and they do it. But I'm taking my Notre Dame Fighting Irish anyway. Please, God, don't let them blow back-to-back games. Dave?
I'm going to go with the upset here, Purdue.
Fuck you. Shred and Corey take Notre Dame. Tasic?
You know, after watching that game Saturday, I'll have to go with Purdue. I'm sorry, but
I get it.
yeah.
Moving on, the next in-state rivalry, by the way, the next 3 are in-state rivalry games. Utah against Utah State. I am taking Utah. Probably the best game out of the 6 we got, though. So give me Utah.
I got Utah over Utah State.
2 for Utah, Shred. So that's 3 for Utah. 4 for Utah because Corey's taking Utah. But Shred is taking Utah State. All right, up next, Corey, this is in our neck of the woods a bit in this matchup. Virginia Tech Hokies taking on Old Dominion. I believe, if I remember correctly, Old Dominion beat them the last. But I'm taking Virginia Tech here. I think Tech just should be better. But Old Dominion's one of those teams in the state that doesn't get enough appreciation. But give me Virginia Tech.
I got Virginia Tech too. Just because they walk off into the same man.
All right, 2 for Tech. Tasic, what about you?
I'm gonna have to go with Virginia Tech.
All right, Virginia Tech. Corey's taking ODU, and he's saying Virginia's going to beat Maryland. I hope you're wrong on that one, because you know my late mom is going to be cheering for Maryland up above. So, F you, Virginia, on this particular day. And then the last one. I'm honest, I didn't like this game when it landed on the wheel. I personally wish if we could do ties in college football, this would be the one I would do. But there's no tie in college. Colorado versus Colorado State. I'm taking Colorado, and that's only because I flipped a coin.
So you're running for Deion Sanders' team?
Yep. Shred is taking Colorado State. What about you guys? Colorado or Colorado State?
Colorado.
Colorado. All right. And Tasic?
We'll have to go with Colorado State.
Ooh, interesting. We got a lot of mixed opinions on that one. Of course, Corey's taking Colorado State by 14. All right. I like it. Of course, don't forget, on Saturday, I will post what games we get in week 4 for college football on Facebook, on Twitter, and I will message everybody on who's in the pick show. Or tag you on Facebook. But let's get to the NFL picks now. We start off on Thursday night, tomorrow night on Amazon Prime, baby! It is the Miami Dolphins 1-0 after making their comeback against the Jags, taking on the Bills, who did make the comeback against the Cardinals, but Bills didn't look that good. Josh Allen is going to be playing hurt. It looks like it is his non-throwing hand, but we'll have to keep an eye on that to see, if Miami targets that hand on purpose. Dolphins, got enough weapons. You would think they would win because of their speed and everything on offense, but they will kind of slide out of the gate against Jacksonville, but made up for it in the end. It is in Miami. Buffalo has a hard time winning these early games in Miami because of the fact of humidity, the weather. it kind of has become the running joke. You know, Buffalo will lose in Miami, then Miami will come to Buffalo when it's cold and lose. Shred says Colorado defense will try their best, but the offense will shell. And Shred is taking the Bills here. All right, good luck on that one. I'm taking the Dolphins. I just think too many weapons on offense. So I got the Dolphins there. Tasik, what about you?
I'm also going to have to go with the Dolphins.
All right.
The Dolphins.
And Dave's taking the Dolphins as well. And Rosie's taking the Bills. Rosie and Corey, because I know you guys are not in the, you're in the chat section watching. I'm going to say your guys' picks and Travis's picks at the end. So we can get, so you guys can, a little bit quicker, but Rosie is taking the Bills, but I will mention her picks and Corey's and Travis's at the end, just to give everyone a refresher. Up next, it is Sunday games. My Cowboys are at home against the Saints. Win over the Panthers. Granted, that'd be like beating a high school team, since I think the Panthers need the government assistance at this point. They need EBT. They need federal housing. They need the cell phone from the government because the Panthers are trash. That should give you a clue how I'm picking in a little bit on that game for them. Dallas offensively didn't play great against Cleveland, but their game plan did work in keeping Cleveland's defense from making a lot of good plays. Cowboys defense really didn't look like it missed a beat from last season. Our kicker played very well as well. Winning game's a little iffy, but we'll have to see what we do here. Of course, I'm taking my Cowboys. Now, if Cowboys do lose, however, I will be singing the song Moscow next week. So there is that. Now, Dave, who are you taking?
Oh, God. This is sick to my stomach. Ugh, I gotta take the cow bitches.
Cowboys and
But
Tasik.
it's only going. It's gonna be by a field goal.
By field goal, okay. And Tasik, what about you, my friend?
With Mr. Big Daddy over here, I want to say the Cowgirls.
Why am I the only one who doesn't make fun of teams' names? I just make fun of how terrible they are. Shred says Saints, Fuga, LT, and Kama running back would dominate this game. Derek Carr has won the last 2 in a row against Dallas, going Dallas, taking the L. So Corey's taking the... I knew Corey was going to not pick the Cowboys anyway. So, we'll see. But up next, I will be honest, this was one of the harder games for me to pick. Buccaneers and Lions. Both teams' defenses played great. Both offensive looks pretty good. The game is in Detroit, and that pretty much was my deciding factor here. I think it will be a little bit of a high-scoring affair, but Detroit will win this game, so I'm taking the Lions. Shred says he's got the Bucks. Mayfield looks amazing. Corey is taking the Lions. Tasik, what about you? Lions or Bucks?
Lions.
All right, that's... And Dave, what about you? Lions or Bucks?
I got Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
That would be
Lions.
Detroit Lions, yeah, because you said Diesel. That's from Detroit, Michigan. All right, now originally this game, I probably, if before Jordan Love's injury, I would have took the Packers because it's Green Bay against the Colts. But Jordan Love's hurt. The Packers want to rush him to try to play this week. Personally, I'm going to say this: don't rush him back. Let him heal. See what the guy you traded for can do, because you don't want to rush Love out there and then he gets injured worse. Let's remember what happened with RG3 and the Redskins, you know. I even say it to this day. RG3 should not have been playing in that playoff game. He played anyway, got hurt, and his career is pretty much dead. Let's not try to do that to Jordan Love. I don't trust the Packers because we don't know what they look like without Love. So I'm going to take the Colts here on the road to win in Green Bay. Corey says Colts giving them the green weenie. Must be taking the Colts then. Tasik?
I'm a huge fan of horses anyway. Let's go with the Colts.
Colts there. And Dave, what about you, my friend?
I'm probably the only one that's gonna pick the Packers.
Well, I don't. Well, Travis might have picked him, I'm sure, but
Oh. I got the Packers.
You got the
But the Packers
Packers.
do better at home. Packers do better at home anyways.
All right. Shred says, honestly, Packers, they got Josh Jacobs, and I trust in him to carry. Okay, so Shred's probably thinking they're going to probably run the ball a lot. We shall see. Up next, as you can see, this is a game I actually got to do when the stream is over, as I am the Titans coach. But it's the New York Jets on the road against the Titans. Titans choked that game away against Chicago last week. Jets didn't look bad, but you could tell there's a little bit of rusty with Aaron Rodgers and all that. I'm going to be honest, sir. I said this in my preseason thing. Titans are rebuilding. I don't trust them. And if you need any proof, just look how they ended the game against Chicago. So give me the Jets. Jets. And Corey and Shred are taking the Jets as well. Tastic, what about you? Jets or the Titans?
You know, I'm a Tennessee boy, but you know I'm gonna have to disappoint some friends of mine. I'm gonna have to go with the Jets.
And I think I just heard Mystic go, no. We love you, Mystic.
Chad.
Oh, Chad. Okay, Chad. No. Dave, what about you? Jets or Titans?
I got the Jets.
Okay. I'm worried now. Because of Travis and Rosie picked the Jets. We just gave the Titans the win. Well, no, wait a minute. That curse broke last week. We may not have that curse anymore, so. Yay. All right, moving on. We're heading to the land of purple, Minnesota, as the Vikings coming off a good win against the Giants. Playing the Niners. It is in Minnesota, but the weather won't be a factor because the Vikings play in a dome. Yeah, give me the Niners here. Too many weapons. Dave?
And we got that. Oh, you know, I'm picking the Viking site. No, I'm picking the Niners.
You're picking your Niners. Yeah.
Even though Chris McCaffrey's still injured, we still got a good ass running game.
Yeah, I was surprised how good that was without him. Tasik, what about you?
The undrafted.
You know what? I'm gonna have to change up the vote. I think I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this one.
Oh wow. All right. Corey says, Sam Darnold revenge game getting crushed by Green Bay. Is what Corey says. Shred says Vikings upset the 49ers. Dallas Turner and Jay Jettles, I hope I said that name quickly, do great. Alright. So we're getting a lot of more people watching. I'm happy about that. Makes me feel good and happy in my little soul. Alright, up next a game, I will be honest, this was my hardest game this week. Seahawks and Patriots. Remember, I already said Seahawks looked like they were on crack last week. Patriots coming off a surprise good win over the Bengals. Both teams have a good defense, so it really comes down to the quarterbacks here. And I trust in Geno Smith a hell of a lot more than I do Bassett, so give me the Seahawks on the road to win in New England. Go Seahawks. Shred's got the Seahawks. Corey's got the Seahawks. Before we get to Dave, because he's the Niners fan, Tasik?
I'm also gonna go with the Patriots.
Oh wow. Dave, what about you?
Oh God. Let's see. Man, I'm trying to win this week, so I have to. Oh my God, I gotta pick the Seahawks on this crap.
So Dave's picking the Seahawks. I know you're going to send your picks to Travis, Dave, when you're done. So up next, and I'm going to say this, this is what I hate about living in Virginia, because I did want to watch the Saints-Cowboys, but no, I get stuck with this game at 1 o'clock on Sunday. The Giants and the Washington Redskin Commanders, team with no name, the horse with no name.
Oh, that's gonna be boring as fuck.
I'm taking the Redskins here. I just don't trust the Giants. I think at this point, the Daniel Jones thing, and I try to defend the kid, but it's a bust. I feel like they're going to draft a quarterback after this season and just wash their hands of the mess. I don't trust the Giants' defense. Don't trust the offense. So give me Washington.
There's rumor that they're gonna get Deion Sanders' son, the quarterback from Colorado.
That would be stupid because they drafted a quarterback this past draft, so I don't see that happening. Corey says Washington. Dave, what about you? Redskins or Giants?
No. Look, do I feel safe, Jaden or a dumbass Daniel Jones? I'd rather choose Jaden Danielson.
Fair
I
enough.
think that's the name, right? The quarterback.
I know who you meant, yeah. And Tastic, Redskins or Giants?
I have to go with the Redskins.
I'm sure somebody's going to be like, why are you calling them the Redskins? Because that's how I was raised. Shut up. I still call the Chargers San Diego. Speaking
That's
of
how
San
I was
Diego,
raised too.
we know they're not there anymore. The Chargers are on the road against the Panthers. If anyone is a Panthers fan watching this and you're going to the game, please send me pictures and see if the stadium is sold out. Tell me how much the beer was and how much the tickets were, because I want to laugh. Corey says, this was almost my upset of the week. The Chargers barely escaped an overtime loss to Carolina. Shred has the Chargers. This is my lock of the week. I got the Chargers. I mean, I'm sorry. The Panthers, they couldn't stop a wet paper bag. So I don't think they can stop the Chargers. Chargers are going to run up and down the field. Give me the Chargers. Dave, what about you?
The Chargers.
Tastic?
The Chargers.
I hate to break your heart, but I'm gonna have to go with the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't think if anyone's taking Carolina, please, I would love to know why. Besides just an upset pick, please. All right, next we head to Jacksonville as the Jaguars at home against Cleveland. This is an interesting game, but not because of the Jags. It's because of Cleveland. There are talks that if the quarterback they have right now, that big contract they gave him, if he plays bad again, the locker room may want Winston to go in, the former quarterback for Tampa Bay. And the reason I say that is because, if you remember last year, Cleveland, they had many different quarterbacks, and they got to the playoffs with them. But last week, their starting quarterback, who just returned from this injury, didn't look that great. And as a matter of fact, if you looked what he's done since he's been traded to Cleveland, he hasn't played great in any of the games. It's been their defense and Nick Chubb. I know Nick Chubb is still out. Was carrying Cleveland. Corey says Watson has lost the magical power of the massage therapist. Jags, easy. Yeah, I'm taking the Jags as well. I don't think he's got the massage. Watson's got the massage parlor anymore, so Jags as well. Dave.
I got the Jaguars.
Jags and Tasik.
I'm gonna have to go with the Jags.
Okay, I'm worried now again. My senses. Shred says you should have seen Deshaun Watson expose Twitter bummer account. I have not seen that. Somebody send that to me, Shred, if you can, on Twitter or something. I want to laugh. All right. Up next, it is the Raiders and Ravens. Ravens coming off that heartbreaking loss because the player's foot was too big and Lamar Jackson threw missed a wide open pass to Flowers. Raiders coming off a game where the Chargers just ran the ball down their throat. The running game was very good for the Chargers that game. We'll see if the Raiders can stop the run here. I am personally taking, though it's in Baltimore, I'm going to take the Ravens here just because we know they're going to run the ball more, particularly with Lamar. We know he's going to run for his yardage. I don't know if the Raiders quarterback can hang. Now, if it becomes a passing game, Baltimore can't run the ball. Raiders should win the game, but if it stays a running game, Baltimore should win. Corey says, I got
the Wayne. Oh, no, I got the Ravens.
Ravens? And Tasik, who do you have? Have we lost Tasik?
Hello?
Ravens.
Ravens, all right. And, I'm taking the Ravens as well. Mostly because I know they got that good running when the offensive line is working. Up next, probably a game that most people didn't think would be a hard decision. Rams at the Cardinals now. Arizona did look good till they blew that lead, but they almost made the comeback against Buffalo. Rams do have some injuries going into this week. You know, that hot rookie they had last year for receiving, he's out for a little while.
Puka Nuka.
Those, yeah, that guy.
He's out.
I'm not going to even try to pronounce that fucker's name. And they're all missing somebody on defense. But the Rams, you know, have the better quarterback. I don't trust Kyle Moore. We know Call of Duty's going to be out. He's probably going to try to fake an injury so he can go play Call of Duty. So give me the Rams on the road. Corey's got the Rams as well. Shred's got, he says he's got to go, but I got the Rams, Steelers, Bengals, Texans, and Shred has. All right, Shred, you have a good night, man. Thank you for coming in and joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show. Tasek, Rams or the Cards?
I have to go with the Cards.
All right, yo, you picked them last week. And they almost did that, so maybe they can bounce back for you. Now, Dave, you cannot pick a tie because these are your division opponents, so...
Okay, I got two things to say about the Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. He didn't do shit. What the fuck?
No, he did not.
He's the greatest wide receiver. You probably the greatest. But on the other hand, the Rams, you don't look like the Rams of last year or the Super Bowl because you don't got Aaron Donald and whoever the fuck that guy's name was. But I gotta go with a tie. Say no, I'm going with the Rams because fuck Kyle Murray.
Fair enough. We know he's ready to play Call of Duty anyway, Mr. Kyle Murray. Up next, we go to the Mile High City to eat some Papa John's and do some stuff with Peyton Manning. As the Broncos are at home against the Steelers. Now Broncos coming off a heartbreaking loss after the defense played so good, but Bo Nix kind of cost them in the end. Pittsburgh, well, ain't no Justin Fields did not get any touchdowns, but he did enough to keep getting them in field goal range. The defense played great against Atlanta. I'm going to pick Pittsburgh here. I think Justin Fields has found a fit for him. You know, I don't think Russell Wilson's going to play this week. So give me the Steelers here. Corey says, Bo Nix is the worst rookie QB I've seen in a long time. Steelers win easily. Tasek, are you going with the Broncos or the Steelers?
Steelers.
Steelers, all right. And Dave?
I gotta go with the Broncos on there. I see an upset here.
Oh, wow. Broncos for Dave, all right. Moving to the last 425 game of week 2. Bengals and Chiefs. Chiefs coming off a barely winning against Baltimore if it wasn't for a foot placement. And Bengals looked to be asleep last week. Now, we'll see if the Bengals can turn it around because they have been the Chiefs' thorn side of sometimes the last few years, but Taylor Swift's going to be out the game probably. NFL's going to want to make sure the Chiefs win. So give me the Chiefs at home to win again, unfortunately. Dave, Chiefs or Bengals?
You remember earlier I had an upset?
Yeah.
This is my upset pick. I got the Bengals beating the Chiefs.
Oh, wow. Dave goes with the Bengals. And Corey agrees with you. He says, Kitty Gill meow. Bengals win.
Jamar Chase might be playing this week, too.
Yeah, that would change things. But I can't wait till they decide to announce that, unfortunately. And Tazek, what about you? Chiefs or Bengals?
I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
All right. Now we get to the Sunday night game. And after we had such a great Sunday night game last week with the Rams and Lions, we get this shit.
I'm going to pause you real quick.
Okay.
I do have to step out, so I will send you the last 2 picks of mine.
Okay. I will put a T on above of those names, and I'll send it to Travis later. But you have a good rest of your night. Be safe, Tasek.
Yeah, be safe, sir.
Have a good one, too.
Yep. We are now heading to the Houston Texans as the Texans are at home against Chicago. The Shroud should win is Corey's pick, so he's taking the Texans. Bears only won because of their special teams and defense, because it was not because of their offense. Give me the Texans because their offense knows how to get touchdowns. Dave, what about you?
I got the Bears, and I got the Bears over the Texans. I got the Bears.
You got the Bears, Dave.
Yes, I do.
Explain!
I don't know. The Texans are like Texans. They act like they're badass. They suck ass. I'm just mad because they took our coach. Something better against them. But I'd rather see a rookie guy beat the Ohio State guy because I hate Ohio State.
There it is. There's what I was waiting
There you
for.
go.
And Tazik has the Texans winning this one. Of course, I'll go over Rosie and Travis's at the end and just give Corey's another update before we head out. Because we're at the last game. It is Monday night. It is prime time, baby. As Philadelphia is at home against the Falcons. Yeah, well, Tazik's picked Atlanta.
This is hard.
This was my easiest pick of the week.
Hard, man.
This was my easiest pick. So easy, I could have made this blindfolded. Corey's picking the Eagles. Dave, you've known me for a few years on this channel. And in life. How many times have I buried Kirk Cousins when it's a primetime game?
A bunch.
A bunch. Almost every season. And I've said before, I think I got to tip my hat to Cousins. He knows how to steal money not only from Minnesota but Atlanta. Because here's the thing, he usually plays well when it's 1 o'clock games, even 4 o'clock games. But when it's prime time, when it's Sunday night or Monday night, he sucks. He disappears. He's like me he's like me when you're telling me we're going to a CC's. I'm going to eat everything and then probably die. But give me the Eagles. So I have zero faith in Kirk Cousins winning. There's 3 things in life that are guaranteed: death, taxes, and Kirk Cousins not winning on prime time.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's true.
Tazik's taking the Falcons. Corey's taking the Eagles. Dave, what about you?
I'm not that dumb. I'm from New York, but not that dumb in New York. So we're going to pick with the Eagles here.
All right. Now let me just take a look at Rosie and Travis's picks for this week before we look ahead to week 3, as we usually do. All right. Travis's picks are Dolphins, Packers, Ravens, Jags, Jets, 49ers, Chargers, Cowboys, Commanders, Lions, Rams, Steelers, Chiefs, Texans, Eagles, and Seahawks. He forgot about the Seahawks, unfortunately, so that's why he sent that one last. And as far as for our friend Rosie the Robot, she's got the Bills, 49ers, Saints, Redskins in an upset, Patriots, Panthers. What? Rosie, are you high? Why would you take the Panthers? I'm going to have to ask her why did you take the Panthers? Colts, Browns, Titans, Bucks, Ravens, Cardinals, Chiefs. Yeah, I know that I was going to do that. Steelers, Texans, Eagles. And just to give a quick recap of Corey's picks real quick, if you're just tuning in before we head to week number 3 and see what that looks like. Because I always try to do this, help my fellow. Would it be in the camera section? No, that's not it. There's it, screenshots. There you go. Just as a heads up, in case if you missed Corey's, he's got Buffalo, Raiders, Chargers, New Orleans, Detroit, Colts, Jags, Niners, Seahawks, Jets, Washington, Rams, Pitt, Cincinnati, Houston, and Philly. But let's look ahead to week number 3 real quick before we head off, like we usually do. That's the team schedule. We want league. So week 3, your week 3 primetime game on Thursday next week will be the Patriots on the road against the Jets. Travis's Packers will take on the Titans. Which, Raiders in week 3 are at home against the Panthers, so that should be an easy W for the Raiders.
They're gonna fuck up somehow.
If they do, I'll laugh. 49ers and Rams in week 3. Now, I will be honest to you. I'm going to probably not really be the most excited for next week's game for my Cowboys, unfortunately, because they'll be facing my late mom's Ravens, so I can already tell you this now. If Dallas does lose, I'm not going to want to sing a song just because of the fact of I'm going to have a hard time trying to enjoy that game, unfortunately, because I don't have the one person I know who would be watching it with me. And that's going to be a hard pick for me on that one just because emotional, you know. I'm going to probably be a little bit emotional next week on that game. I don't think anyone's going to be surprised on that one who know me. Next Sunday, Chiefs at Falcons. Oh, God, Kirk Cousins gets back-to-back primetime games. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I may as well just say the Chiefs win next Sunday, don't they? Because Kirk Cousins ain't doing shit. And then next Monday in week 3, we have 2 Monday night games. Jags at Bills and Redskins at Bengals. So, like I said, we'll see you guys for next week for week 3. I will send out the college games we get on Saturday to everyone because I'm going to spin the wheel when I wake up on Saturday, you know, so everyone can start thinking about those games for next week once Saturday rolls around when we're alive. But until then, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Please stay safe tonight. Stay safe this weekend if you're going to watch any of these games live in college or NFL. And we will see you guys here next week for our pick show. And don't forget that I will be streaming in a little bit as I will be coaching the Titans to take on the Jets after I rest my voice and check on a few things. But until then, this is Doug. Dave, say bye-bye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the video. Because we know where you live.
Wait, we do? I thought the work pipes were closed. I'm actually at 489 subs. Hey, 11 away from 500.
You got some of my people too. They did subscribe to you too. Some of my people did too.
Oh, nice. Well, hopefully everyone's enjoying them and watching this. Of course, we'll be back next week, though. Until then, see you later for the Jets and Titans game I got to do. Peace out, everybody.
Adios. Be safe, y'all.